welcome back to my channel. So today I did this look for you guys. This is my go-to fall look for this year. It's pretty quick and simple, nothing too crazy. It's something that I usually get done in like 15 minutes in the morning, quick and easy before I go to school or if I'm going out with my boyfriend. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so first I'm going to put my hair back because I don't want it getting in the way. Just throw it in a messy one. Doesn't need to be pretty. I'm going to take my Mary Kay foundation primer, but just like a pea size on the back of my hand. Use a foundation brush. Just put that in my T-zone. I have extremely oily skin, so this helps to keep the foundation in place all day. Okay, so next I'm going to put some chapstick on, just so I can prep my lips before we get going. And then I'm going to use MAC Face and Body for all over my face. Just put like a quarter size in the back of my hand. Make sure your hands are clean before you do this because you don't want to be spreading more bacteria. I usually wash my hands and use hand sanitizer before. So I'm just going to put a few dots on my face. Don't worry about this. This is just some pigmentation from an allergic reaction I had to my Halloween costume. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender. I'm going to take it dry because with it being dry, it soaks up a little bit more of the foundation, so I don't get too much placed at one time. I like to do this in layers, so that helps with that. I'm just going to dab all around my face. I also pull down because sometimes it helps with spreading the product. And then whatever is left on the back of my hand, I just dab in the places I feel like I have a little bit more redness, need a bit more coverage. It's basically my whole face. Don't forget to go underneath as well. No one likes to be that person with that stripe across their chin. Okay, so before I get going on my concealer, I like to do my eyes because a lot of the time you get some fallout underneath and it can be hard to clean up sometimes. So I'm going to go in with my Lorac Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Put that all over my lids. Next I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Basics 2 palette. I'm going to go in with a small dome brush. I have almond eyes, but they're a bit hooded, so I like to go in with a smaller crease brush. And I'm going to take the color Frisk, this one, and put it all over my lid and up into my crease. This just gives a little bit more dimension to your eye, and it makes it look like you have a little bit something going on, but not too much. And then I'm going to take the same palette, same brush, and go in to the color Cover, which is right next to Frisk. Take a tiny little bit, tap it off, put it right into my crease. Just to give a little bit more dimension. Then I'm going to go in my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color 0. Just going to put this all along the top lash line. It doesn't have to be super clean or anything, because we're going to smudge it out. And what I like to do is, before it sets, I smudge it out on the one eye before I even get started on the other. Whatever's left on the brush, I like to bring up into kind of like a little bit of a flick. Not too harsh, just a little like faded out flick. And then right at the lash line, I like to go back in with that eyeliner pencil and just smudge a little bit more, just right, like right next to the lash line, just to give a little bit more darkness. Next, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the color Medium Dark, and it's the undertone is warm. I'm going to take that and put that just under my eyes. And then I'm going to go back in with that beauty blender that I used earlier, take the pointed side, get my dog's hair off of it, and use that to blend out the concealer. I don't like to highlight underneath, just because I feel like that's been so overdone. And this is just a everyday type of look for me, so don't want to do anything too fancy. Now that I've done that, I like to go in under my eyes with the same brush, go back in with a Naked 2 Basics palette, and take Cover. Just dab my brush just a little bit in there. Tap off any excess. Just try to blend that underneath my lash line. I like to bring it up a little bit just so it connects. Now that I've done that, I like to take my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On or Waterproof pencil in Perversion. Just put that on my waterline. You don't want to pull down too far with your eyelid because you don't want to put too much pressure on that skin, because the skin underneath your eye is very delicate. Then go in with your whatever mascara you prefer to use. I like the Loreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara because it gives a lot of volume and a bit of length as well. that on the bottom lashes as well. Because I have extremely oily skin, I set my skin with powder every day regardless of whatever foundation I'm using. Even if it's a super mattifying foundation and I have a mattifying primer, I always set my foundation with powder. So I'm going in with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, translucent powder. Mine started to crumble, so I had to depot it into a little, whatever container I had. So the first thing I do is I set my under eye. I just pat. I don't press too hard because, again, that area is very sensitive. I found with my skin, if I dab on the powder, it gives a more mattifying finish to the face than if I were to just swipe. Plus, I feel like if you swipe a lot, it can move the foundation underneath, and you don't want that. Next, I'm going to take my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer in the color Chocolate. I'm going in with a Sonia Kashuk brush. It's a domed brush. It comes to a point. For excess. I'm just going to contour with this. Next, I'm going to take a matte blush from MAC in the color Blushbaby. Just take a stiff, flat top foundation brush, throw it in there, place it right on my cheekbones. Last but not least, the lips. I like to just dab off any excess chapstick that I have on my lips, because you don't want that lipstick, I don't know, rolling around on your lips. I'm going to take the NYX Lip Cream in 628. Just place that all over my lips. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you decide to recreate this look, please tag me in your pictures or your videos so I can see what you guys have done, maybe get some inspiration from you guys. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!